Hello guys, so today I'm going to create a 30-minute video in which I will explain the basics of Tableau Desktop and how to create a dashboard in Tableau. It will include all the steps. I'll go with the steps by steps instructions of how to create the specific visualizations, dashboards, how to create different types of visuals, how to add a filter, how to create a dashboard in Tableau Desktop. So today we are going to start this uh, training session of Tableau Desktop. So for this interactive session, I have chosen the saved data sources from Tableau, which is the sample superstore, and we'll proceed with the sample superstore dataset. And in my scenario, like this dataset is pre-cleaned, so but in many of the scenarios you have to clean the dataset first and then create a visualization on that. But in this session we're going to use the saved data source which is provided built in by Tableau. So once you open up the Tableau Desktop, this is the home screen which will pops up, and you'll have to select a data source, and it provides different types of data source, like to a file, Microsoft Excel text file, JSON file, Access, PDF file, to a server, and the saved data sources. So for the Tableau server, you can also connect to Tableau server if your data is hosted on an on-premises server in your organization. So most of the time, the common data sets we use to create visualization is the Microsoft Excel, and it also provides much options of connecting different sources with Tableau desktops. As you can see that these all data sources are supported by Tableau. So to start this session, I'll just click on this save data source of sample superstore, and automatically connects to the dataset in Tableau. So the dataset is now connected, and we'll proceed with different types of visualizations. So first of all, I'd like to introduce the interface or the view of this Tableau desktop. As you can see, this is pretty much easy tool, but you just have to get familiar yourself with that. And you can see that there are two types of in the home ribbon. You can see that there are different type of options here, like this one, save data, new data source, new worksheet, duplicate, highlight, standard view. Like this is a view of all the screens, like full screen, and hide cards. And then there are the basic file options, data options, worksheet, dashboard, story, analysis. We'll go on these options step by step. So we'll start with that. As you can see that there are also two options over here in the data and the analytics page. So in the data page, we can get to know that which data source is currently connected to Tableau desktop. In my scenario, that sample superstore is the connection which I've made, and all the connection will appear here. So as you can see that there are two types of data types in all the BI or business intelligence tools, like in Tableau and Microsoft Power BI. So the first is the dimensions, and second is the measures. So as you can see that in all the measures, you can able to see these metaphors or these symbols or icons here adjacent to the fields. We call these fields, and these fields are imported from the underlying data source. In my scenario, this is sample superstore, which is Excel sheet, I suppose. So there are two types of data types in dimensions and measures. In dimensions, we get to know that all the alphabetical or categorical data automatically picked up by Tableau in the dimensions field, and all the numerical fields, all the numerical data like discount, profit ratio, quantity, sales, comes in the measure field. So you can able to see that the dimensions and the measures and all the categorical data or non-numeric data in dimensions, on all the measures data, all the numerical data in measures. And there are then sets and parameters. We won't able to touch these two topics in this introductory session, but we will be able to create a visualization on that. So this is the dimension and measures. Then we have this marks over here. You can see that color, size, text, detail, and tooltip. And then there are different type of marks like bar, line, area, square. These are the predefined visualization which the Tableau provides. This, and then we have also a show me card, where you can see that you can build a graph by just clicking on that once you have all the fields. So each field have its own requirement. For example, for pie charts, you can see that it is saying that it should use one or more dimensions, or one or two measures. So for that, you'll have to go through different dimensions, and in this session we will be able to create different types of visualization, so that you can able to get familiar yourself more with this card, show me card over here. So let's start with first visualization. So there should be a use case where you have to define or build a visualization. For example, your boss, let's define a use case first. You're a employee at a retail store, right? So in a retail store, there are different type of sales orders. Like you also ship the orders to different multiple locations, and all the data has been fed by a point of sale system, and it is being stored in a database or in an Excel sheet. So in the Excel sheet, we should be able to create, once we have the Excel sheet, or once we have all the data set included, we will be able to create different types of visualizations. So let's start with first. So your boss wants to know that from which city you are getting the most sales from, or most profit from. So this is just a simple drag and drop. As you can see that these columns and rows, these are the most important thing in this Tableau desktop, and we will be using these two fields a lot. So let's start with city and sales. Like, this question is that which city has the highest number of sales. So from the question we can deduct that the visualization needs city and then a quantity or a measure value of sales. So let's find sales over city over here in the dimensions, because city is the name of is a categorical data, or it's a name, right? It's a noun. So we'll try to search city field in this dimension field. So let's start with city. As you can see that we have the city field over here. This globe adjacent to that field is indicating that this is a geographical field, and the Tableau automatically recognizes the geographical fields. And this calendar over here is showing that this field is a date, and this ABC is showing that this is just a string value. So the Tableau is intelligent enough to pick up the data type for each field. So let's drag and drop this field to rows. Okay, we have a couple of rows here. Then we will drag and drop this sales option over here. Now you can see the first visualization has been created without any complexity, and it's a very simple step. As you can see that city and sales have been created. Now you can scroll down and you will be able to distinguish that there are different type of cities which have the highest sales, and the bar graph is showing that the vertical bar graph, or the horizontal bar graph, sorry, is showing sales by different cities. Tableau automatically plots the city, and on the x-axis you can see the number of sales, as you can see, and on the y-axis we can see the city name. But this visualization is not that appealing, and we are not able to get the idea that which city has the highest sale and which city has the lowest sale. To go with that, we should go with sorting this city on the basis of sale. That the highest sales should be the first, should appear at the first row, then the lowest on the second, and the third lowest on the third. So we'll click on this dimension over here, and as you can see, also one thing I should like to say that all the dimensions have been indicated by blue color, and all the measures are indicated by sales, are indicated by green color. So we right click on that, and we'll say this we'll have to sort. Now a pop-up window will appear that how do you want to sort it by? Like, do you want to sort it by data source order, you want to sort order, you want to sort it by descending or ascending? We'll say that we'll sort it on descending, and we have to sort it by, now we don't want by alphabetical, not manual, not nested. We'll say that we'll want to sort it by sales, which is a field. So we'll click on field, and it is automatically picks up the sales, and the default aggregation is sum. Okay, now this graph is making more sense, right? We are clearly able to tell you that New York City has the highest number of sales, followed by Los Angeles, followed by Seattle, and then followed by San Francisco. And the lowest sales are in the Albertine city. Now you want to show the data labels, like how much, once you hover on this bar, you should be able to see the tooltip showing the city name and the sales number, but you want to show it by text. Like the data label should also appear on the text, on the bar graph. So we'll go to this option. As you can see, this T over here, show mark labels. We'll click on that, and the option is clearly appearing here. Now this graph is pretty much done, and we'll click and change the sheet name to sales by city. I will do it middle align, change the font to 18, font to Tableau bold. Yes, it's now there. Now this, we are done with the first visualization. Now let's go to the second one. So for the second one, you'll have to create a new sheet. So from here you will be able to tell you you will be able to create new sheets. So this one is for new sheet. This icon, this window icon, is for new dashboard, and this one is for new story. So if you click on new worksheet, we'll be able to see that the new worksheet has been created. So now we have created the first visualization. For the second visualization, we'll just define a use case first, like what is the customers, or let's say that what is the category from which we are getting the most profit from. So for the category, we'll have to search the category first in this dimension field over here. So we have the category over here, and then we have the profit field over here. Now we'll just drag and drop this category to rows, and this profit field into columns. Now it just has already created a default visualization of this category. We'll change it to like the show me option has been appeared, and it's saying that the grayed out are not available, and the colorful which are available can be created from this visualization. Let's say we wanted to create a pie graph, or a packed bubbles, or a highlight tables, or crosstab, or a tree map. So let's start with the highlight table first. So I just clicked on highlight table, and it just automatically converted it to a crosstab, and I'll just drag this view over here to make it more readable. So this is how this second visualization has been created. Now we have to sort it down from descending to ascending, like we did in the previous visual. So for that, there are also predefined options available here. For example, for this, sort descending by sum of profit within category, or sort ascending by sum of profit within category. So I'll just click on that. And one more thing which you have noticed, that these color codes over here, they are like the more the value is, the darker the color is. And as you can see that the sum profit is on the colors, and the sum profit is on the label. So the sum and the aggregations and different aggregation functions, I'll also discuss that while creating those, while creating the next visualization. So let's proceed with that in the same way. So the darker the color, and this visualization has created, and we'll change it to profit by category. Yeah, so this one is also created. Now we'll have to click on sheet number 3. For the sheet number 3, we'll start with like what is the product name, or what is the region from which we are selling the highest number of quantity, or the highest number of quantity which are being sold. So we'll search for the region 1 here. So the region is also, we can also see the region. We'll drag and drop this region over here, and then we want to see the quantity sold. The quantity sold, the same graph is also been created. Now we want it as a pie graph or a packed bubbles. Let's start with packed bubbles, and as you can see, the packed bubbles shows that the bigger the size of the circle is, the more the value is. So it is clearly understood that the West has the highest number of quantities sold. Now I told you that we'll check the aggregations. So once you click on any measure over here, right click on that. Let's say we right click on this quantity over here. You will be able to see different types of options. The discrete, change data, geographic role, you want to change it, number format, you want to group by, you want folders, you want different types of things. So if you click this quantity field in the view, this whole area is called view. If you right click on that, you should be able to see that there are different type of aggregate functions like the sum, the average, the median, the count distance, the minimum, the maximum, percentile. These are basic arithmetic or mathematics function which we have to get hold of that. So by default all the measures are sum, and a sum means that it is summing up all the values and then it breaking it down by different region. As you can see that in this I have created it down, I have break it down by different regions. So that's how it's created. Now the sum and the region are there, and as you can see that you can see different types of circles here. So I want to add the data labels also in the circle, so we'll just click on this quantity and drag and drop on the label over here. Now it's also being appeared, and we'll change this visualization to quantity sold by region. So this way 3 types of visualizations have been created. Now let's go to the fourth one. Now your boss wants to know that which state of the US has the highest number of sales. So this is also a simple and visualization, and in this visualization we'll create a USA map. And to create a USA map we should have the geographical locations. As you can see that we have different types of geographical location: the country, the region, the state, the city, the postal code, and then we have the product's name, the mayor's name, and different type of other dimensions. So but our point of focus is the state. So to create a USA map, we'll just drag and drop the state over here. As you can see, all the states are being appear here, and then we'll want to know the state by profit, I think, or state by sales. Let's start with state by profit. Now the Tableau has automatically created a visualization, and now we'll have to go to the show me option, and as you can see that these 2 maps have been appearing. So we'll go with the maps and we'll click on this one. The map is there. It has automatically color coded the value of profit, and the blue one is showing that this color legend over here is showing that the orange the color, then it is indicating a loss, and the darker the blue, the darker the color of blue, it's showing a good amount of profit. So Tableau has automatically plotted that state name to each state, and once you hover on that, let's hover on this California state. So it's just showing a total profit of $76,381, and if we hover on this Texas, it's showing a loss of minus $25,729. So we'll just click on this one over here, so it should also show the data value and or the data labels. So this is how you can create a Tableau map easily. So we'll change it to profit by states. Yeah, so now we have created 4 type of visualizations. Also, one more thing, that as you can see that these folders over here, or this hierarchy, or this icon over here, this icon shows that the customer folder has 2 type of fields. You can also define different type of folders as you want, but these come predefined in most of the cases, or in this data source. Otherwise you'll have to create these folders. This hierarchical structure shows that this is a hierarchy. Like the country region is the level 1 hierarchy, then the state is a level 2, third is the city, and fourth is the postal code. Same is with the product. You can also change different type of views like this. Okay, so let's create a 5th visualization. Now we have to define that on which day we get the highest number of orders, in which month or in which year. So for that we'll have to use the date over here. So we'll just drag and drop this date to the rows, and as you can see that it is showing the date default by year, but you can see the plus sign over here. You can click on that, it will show by quarterly, then month, then day. As you can see that this is also a hierarchy, but you just want to show the year wise sales. So we'll put year wise here, but it's not making any sense. So let's click on that. Now it has put the years on the x-axis and the sales on the y-axis, and you should be able to distinguish between different type of sales and different type of sales. The number of sales by year. So as you can see that in 2019 there are a lot, like we get a highest number of sales in that year. So we'll just click on this text button over to show the labels, and let's go back to this option over here, the marks options. In the marks option you can click on color, and you can select the different colors for the line to be shown. Let's start with this pink one over here, or green one. So this green one is also shown, and you can also add some text labels, like you want to show the year name, but we don't, in this scenario we just want to show the number of value against the number of categorical value. So once you hover on that, you should be able to see that the year of order 2019 and the sales is 733,000. You can also use this plus button to see the drill down. As you can see that I just click on this plus sign, and it is breaking down the same graph by months. As you can see that March, May 2016, July, September, November, December. If you click on this again, then it is showing by week, again then day. So this is how it's work. So let's go back to the year one. Yeah, so we have the year one, or make it like quarterly. Yes. So this is how this line chart has been created. So we'll just add the sales by quarter. Now it's done. Let's go back to the last chart, the 6th one. In this one, I'm going to show you how to write a calculated field in Tableau. This is just a basic introduction to the Tableau desktop via an interactive session. So for that, let's create a different profit ratio, or a different calculated measures, like the formulas which we used in Excel. So the same formulas can be written down in Tableau. So for that, to create a calculated field, we have to create a calculated field. We'll have to just click on this option over here and click on create calculated field, and we'll say that this is my first calculation. Right now you want to know the profit ratio, or different type of formulas you want to put it in. So if you want to put a different type of formula, like if you want to calculate the profit ratio, So we'll just, I have already created a profit ratio, or this is all, and this is also already provided in this data set. So we'll try to see that what is the profit ratio formula. So your boss has said has told you that the profit ratio can be calculated by dividing the profit n by sales. So now we'll try to replicate this profit ratio again. So we'll click on this calculation field and we'll say that this is my first calculation. And as you can see that the measures should always be aggregated in Tableau or in any BI tool. So we'll use this function sum, and we'll say that it's showing the syntax that sum should be preceded by expression. So the expression is the profit field, this one, source sample superstore. Then we'll divide it by sum in sales, and it is created. This is the profit ratio we have created. So just click on OK. So the numeric calculated field has been appeared on the measures tab, as you can see over here. So we'll put as also, you can also we will distinguish this with that this calculated field is preceded by two vertical horizontal lines, and the simple calculation don't have these two horizontal lines. So this is my first calculation. I'll just drag and drop this to the rows, and this is a percentage, and I'll say that what is the profit ratio by manufacturer, and you should be able to get this view. It is showing that manufacturer Cubify has the lowest number of profit ratio, and it also gives us a huge amount of loss. And if you click on different, let's try this highlight table. So you can see that it is showing us that we can also sort it by descending order. So it is showing that the Strathmore has the highest number of profit ratio, and Cubify has the lowest number of profit ratio. Thus it is in the minus negative value, so it is giving us a huge amount of loss. So this is how you, let's name it by profit ratio by manufacturer. Now we want to show it in a percentage, so we'll just click on, right click on that, click on default properties, number format, and we'll say click on percentage. As you can see that it's now converted to percentage. So these are the visualizations which have been created. Let's start with creating a dashboard. So for the dashboard, you'll just click on this window option over here, and in this dashboard window you have different types of options. You can also able to change this fixed size window, I'll set this width and 900 height. It also provides you like automatic size, range, fixed size like generic desktop browser, and different type of things. So let's start with automatic, and we have all created 6 type of sheets. So these 6 type of sheets are already there, and you can also put some objects like the horizontal, the blank, the navigation, text, floating, web page, and then this tools option like the tiled and the floating. These are the two most important ones. So we'll start with the tiled one. So I'll drag and drop the sheet to this one. I'll drag and drop. As you can see that it is automatically showing you image that it is how this new sheet would be placed on this dashboard. This one, this map over here, then we have the line graph, or we can put the line graph over here, then we have the cross tabs. So this one is not like fitting in this to the view, so we'll click on this and we'll say that, sorry, so we'll say that fit entire view. Yeah, so entire view is also already there. Fit width. Yep. And you can also drag and drop these options over here, and all the legends will appear on that. So this is how you create a dashboard. The second thing is that the floating one, if you create, drag and drop the sheet on via floating one, so for that we'll create a new dashboard. We'll click on this floating one over here, and you can see that it is manually placed by your placement. It is not automatically picked, as you can see like here. So I would say that you should have to go with the tile approach, and you have to get yourself familiar with the tile approach. So the floating one is also good, but most of the time the formatting and every placement is already done by Tableau in the tile approach. So the last thing, and then we'll close this interactive session, is how to add a filter. So your boss want to filter it by different states, right? And all the once you your boss wants option over here that you should select a state, and all the dashboard should only show the data which is have been selected. So for state, I'll just click on this visual over here, click on this more options, then go to this filter, and I want to see my state. As you can see, the state has been filter has been added. Now I'll go to this filter options, more options of this filter, and I want to show it by multiple values drop down. There are different type of other options as well, but I'll go with the multiple values drop down so that it should take less space. So, and I'll start with I want to see California. California has been filtered down, but as you can see that all the other visualization are still the same. So I wanted to all the visualizations to show the numbers only for California. So I'll just click on more options again, and I'll click on this apply to worksheets, and I'll say that all using this data source. Once I clicked on that all using data source, all the numbers have been changed according to the selection made. I'll go back to all. You can add different types of state filters over here in this tab menu. So then last step is to save this dashboard. So we'll just click on this file and save as my first dashboard in Tableau. And you have to save it by Tableau packaged workbook. There are two types of options, Tableau workbook and Tableau packaged workbook. In the Tableau workbook, only the data connections are there, but the data is not imported into the file. So once you open the TWD file, it will ask you for the location of the data source. So it is not recommendable to share this dashboard to your professor or anyone, and he should be able to have the data source in their PC or in their computer. But if you save it as Tableau packaged workbook, it will import all the data, compress it, and save it in Tableau local memory, and then you can just send this file to anyone in the world, and they just have to download Tableau desktop and open this file. They should be able to see the same view. So remember, always try to save as Tableau packaged workbook. So this one is saved. So this was the first interactive sessions, and I think all the basic steps all the basic steps have been covered in this interactive session, and you can also get yourself familiar with this Tableau environment more, and you can practice more, and you can play around with data, and you should be a Tableau guru in less than like 1 month. So thank you so much. Bye.